What is good, y'all? We are back with another video. This is a law and crime video. Apparently, a popular YouTuber got accused of kidnapping two bitches. This got 500,000 views in 2 days. So I've never seen this dude. I've never seen a video clip, none of that shit. But apparently, he's wanted by the damn FBI. So, fucking dog hair on my. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into the video. If you fuck with the video, drop a like. Let's go.
A popular YouTuber once known for his family vlogging,
Corey SSG. I've heard of that name, but I've never watched it.
Look, we'll go there. Come on. Can't get over here. My car went out there.
is now accused of kidnapping two women. But the story doesn't end there. Authorities say the Texas-based content creator fled the United States by booking a one-way ticket and hopping on a nearly 20-hour flight all the way to the Middle East. So how did a man with millions of social media followers end up charged with aggravated kidnapping?
Wait, did he get away?
On November 22nd. That's when a woman exchanged numbers with 26-year-old Corey Pritchett Jr. The woman told authorities the following day she and another woman met up with.
Why do niggas get this? Why do niggas bald fade all the way to the side of their goddamn head? You got all this money and you ain't got no barber. You need to get slapped, nigga.
They did some pretty harmless activities like working out, ATV riding, then bowling. But it was at the bowling alley where things took an intense turn. While there, the two women felt like something was off when Pritchett and his two friends started acting strange. The women told police they were repeatedly looking around, seemed on edge, and were acting suspicious. The unnamed women told police they learned Pritchett and his friends were having issues with another group that was there at the bowling alley. So they reportedly told Pritchett if he continued acting that way, he should just leave with his friends. Pritchett in turn stepped out with his friends, but never returned, leaving the women behind. After some time, the women texted him because they left their stuff in his car. So he asked them to meet at the H-E-B grocery store parking lot to get their stuff back. When the two women showed up, he switched gears and offered to drive them home, and they said yes. But according to the women, Pritchett flipped the script once again. During that drive, he reportedly began acting erratically and skipped what was supposed to be the route to drop them off. The women say Pritchett claimed someone was after him and started making phone calls. Then Pritchett began driving at high speeds, going past 100 miles per hour. The women claim he pulled out a gold-colored handgun and started waving it around the sunroof while still driving erratically fast, then began firing off rounds out of the car window. One of the women reportedly told Pritchett to take her back to her apartment and try to calm him.
Wait, so was he actually getting chased by ops and open the sunroof and had a chrome Glock, a gold Glock or some shit and got to shooting out the sunroof? This is crazy. Did he hit somebody?
Pray with them. But he still continued driving crazy fast down the I-10 highway.
Bitch, I'm not finna pray. What? I'm not finna pray. We finna die.
Pritchett then made a video call to a woman reportedly saved in his phone under future wife. He asked the woman on the call, if I had the perfect opportunity and was in the middle of nowhere where no one could hear them scream, should I just go ahead and do it? And the woman on the line reportedly responded, yes. For the women in
What? You get an accessory, bitch, when they find out who you is.
car, though, they were seemingly in fear of their lives. The women told police that Pritchett told them, I'm gonna F y'all and then kill y'all. By this point, the women said they were texting one another during all of this. But authorities say Pritchett then started.
Why didn't y'all call the police? See, now I'm starting to not believe this. Why the fuck would you be texting each other? Call the police.
The gun at them.
Matter of fact, you can text the police now. Matter of fact, you can hold the power button on your phone and call them. Goof.
Away so they couldn't communicate with each other. According to police, Pritchett then pulled off the highway onto the shoulder of I-10 near Sealy, Texas. Seemingly with a change of heart, he told the women to get out of his car, telling them this is your only opportunity. One of the women said she tried to get her phone back but wasn't able to. Then Pritchett drove off, leaving them stranded on the side of the road at night. The women told police they spent more than an hour along the side of the highway before they were able to flag down a driver who called 911. But clues pieced together by investigators would help corroborate their story. One of the women had the Life 360 app on her phone, and screenshots, which included timestamps and the route they took, supported the victim's story of what happened. Pritchett was ID'd through his driver's license and social media pages. But when investigators reached out to him, his phone was no longer in service. Instead, they found out through TikTok that he was planning to move to Dubai.
I moved to Dubai. The people that's wondering. Feel so good out here. My kids, listen. So I'm having more kids, right? With my future wife, for sure. And Aiden.
Oh, so he's in Dubai right now? Wait, no, they say he flew to the Middle East though.
Kids are gonna be homeschooled, bro. It's getting real wicked in the United States. A lot of y'all not paying attention because a lot of y'all sleep, and the news outlets are not speaking on a lot of that's going on there. It's gonna get real over there. Y'all might think I'm lying. Y'all might think I'm just talking. Y'all seen other people probably saying it, but you know people don't believe until the shit hit the fan. That's one thing I noticed about most people in the United States. They want to party, ha ha ha, live life, ha ha ha, until it hit the fan. When they hit the fan to them.
I don't know what this nigga talking about. If we all finna get blown up, fuck you talking about, bro?
The fan to them about like, oh, they want to scatter.
What they gotta do with you
but
kidnapping
according to
two
the
bitches?
FBI,
Though?
they confirmed Pritchett bought a one-way ticket to Qatar on December 9th. A little more than 2 weeks later.
So he's trying to cap like he in Dubai. Nigga, you in some foreign country, bro. This nigga, man.
Buying that one-way plane ticket, Pritchett was officially charged on December 26th with 1 count of aggravated kidnapping.
I want to give a huge thanks to you, our viewers, and our amazing sponsors like Upside. Upside.
No.
On social media. On January 4th, he posted an article from Houston news station KPRC, along with the caption, "Letter to the internet, it's finna be a ball. Let the show begin, hashtag Houston, Texas. Let me show you how to take monsters down the hashtag smooth way. You see it says accused, right? Don't worry, LOL. I'm finna give you the details on here and in the court of law. They're gonna regret effing with me like I'm just some goofy or some. Oh, and I got the best lawyer in Houston." A day later, he posted a video.
I was finna say, bro, when he was on that pool area, that looked like some shit in Houston, like River Oaks or some shit. This nigga's in Houston? God, fuck.
The victims as they were ATV
I've never heard
riding.
of him.
That video was captioned tagging Houston PD as he wrote in part, "We have a case here of popular YouTuber Corey SSG kidnapping 2 white girls, and he's currently on the run in Dubai, I think. IDK, but yeah, the FBI should be after him." A pretty wild case that is now ranging across 2 completely different countries that are
What is wrong
thousands
with
of
this
miles
nigga?
away from one another. So let's bring on retired FBI agent Colin Schmidt to get his thoughts on this. Colin, thank you so much for joining me today. You know, what is your reaction to this case, from Pritchett's alleged erratic behavior to trapping these 2 women allegedly in his car and leaving them stranded on the side of the road, then later fleeing off to Qatar?
Well, I think the first.
I mean, those women should really be thankful and praying, because it could have definitely got worse. He literally said, "I'm finna fuck y'all and kill y'all." So whatever change of heart he had, maybe he was gonna kidnap them and take her with him. I don't know, but yeah, that could have went a completely other way, man. Be grateful you made it out. A lot of people don't, bro.
For investigators is kind of look at the totality of the circumstances and look at the big picture, as well as look at credibility of who the complainants are, as well as what's really going on here between these 2 people. And that's based upon the recent instances of YouTubers or bloggers or social media influencers faking their own kidnappings. So to prevent a waste of resources, they have to just take a step back and kind of look at the big picture. And then, of course, if there is some merit to this, then they're going to have to kind of dig in and find out exactly what really went on between these 2.
And investigators also say that, you know, GPS data from Life 360, which was an app that was on one of the women's phones, that helped corroborate their story. Talk to me about how investigators use that type of data to kind of piece together at least.
But why wouldn't they call the police though? Something ain't right here.
Verify these types of allegations.
Well, in this case, the victim made it easy
this
for
nigga
law
ugly as
enforcement to
hell.
track her because they did have the Life 360 app on there. I'm familiar with the app. It's fantastic. And I have used it with my kids as well. So if that wasn't on there, the first step with all these cases, and even if it's a bank robbery or a fraud case, is going to be the phones, and to look in to see if there's any GPS data, tracking data in that phone to find out and to corroborate what the victim is saying that the assailant did.
Yeah, and it's also, unclear right now, but from what we do know now, do you think the erratic behavior on Pritchett's behalf might have been someone actually after him, as he had told these women allegedly? Or do you think there's another reason, possibly like drugs, that kind of made him act erratically during this whole incident?
What's the motive?
Well, with the limited information, available, you'd be speculating on why he was acting so erratic. So when somebody's acting erratic, there's a catalyst or some sort of antecedent that make them do that. So either it's something internal or external, and that's one thing that's going to come out, so to speak, in the wash as the investigators do their investigation and start talking to people and find out why he was behaving in such an odd manner. And then the fact that he fled to Qatar, which is kind of an unusual country to go to, because of it, I doubt he speaks Arabic.
Whoa, Vicky fakes kidnapping trip to Nigeria. Wait, no, she fakes kidnapping on trip to Nigeria. What is wrong with y'all influencers, bro? Y'all be chasing that.
Does he have some sort of connection to that country?
Yeah, and I was also, going to ask you what your thoughts are on him fleeing to Qatar. What all goes into extraditing a kidnapping suspect? And in your opinion, how long do you think it'll take before he's actually back in the United States?
Well, first thing is, if we have extradition with Qatar, I'm not aware whether we do or don't for that particular crime, because extradition is crime specific. Some crimes.
Wait, so he wasn't wanted before? That he's wanted for taking the women? So you telling me all his dumb ass had to do was not bring the women and he wouldn't be getting looked for right now? Lock his ass up.
Extraditable, some aren't.
Lock his ass up.
And then the extradition process is generally very long and takes at least a year to 2 years. Generally, what the authorities do is they just have the country expel or deport the person that's there. It's a much faster process. Unless the person has some sort of citizenship with that country. And I doubt this gentleman has any citizenship with Qatar.
And do you think that trip was planned this whole time, or do you think he kind of did it as an escape to escape those now criminal charges that he's facing? Because I can't imagine, leaving your children behind to go start a new life in a completely different country and just,
Oh, he didn't take the children or nothing? He just get by himself. That's insane.
Leave them behind in Texas.
Damn.
Well, if he was going to Mexico, I would say there wasn't a lot of thought put into it, because obviously it's just right over the border. But to take an international flight, you have to fly through an international hub, whether it be Houston or Los Angeles or New York, and then make a couple of connections to get to Qatar. So, and then, of course, the flight itself is pretty expensive, and then there is going to be some scrutiny on him on when he lands through the authorities there in Qatar. So there had to be some sort of
Hold on, before you pay for yet
it
another
had to be
app
some
to
type
manage your
of
team, let me introduce you to Connect.
You don't just
the one
up and say
platform
I'm
that
finna go
replaces
to Qatar. I ain't never heard of that place.
Planning to go into it, because, like I said, he's just not driving his car over the border going down to Mexicali. He's going to a foreign country, and it's approximately an 18-hour flight.
Yeah, and booking that one-way ticket as well, too. I can't even imagine kind of going back to this alleged crime as well. Can't imagine what it was like for these two women who were stranded on that highway until they were able to flag down a driver who eventually called 911, and then authorities arrived as well, too. But, kind of going back to the overall alleged offense in this case, what do you kind of make of just leaving two women stranded on a highway and then just, again, fleeing off to a completely different country?
Well, that tells me that there wasn't much thought put into this. It sounds more like this was an impulse crime.
Nigga, you just said it was some planning done. Now you saying there's no what?
He was reacting to some sort of something maybe the women had done to him, or vice versa. And this was reaction, and he didn't think it through. And then I think finally it kind of dawned on him that what he had done is basically going to land him in jail. And he essentially panicked, kicked him out or put him on the side of the road, and then obviously left the country. So he's definitely has a lot going on inside his head, and this case is only going to probably get stranger as the investigators dig in.
Yeah, and
Damn. I mean, yeah, bro. I'm finna end it right there, man. Like I said, I don't know the motive. I don't know what this nigga's doing. I've never watched his content before. I've never heard of dude, but he sounds like he crazy and retarded. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know more about this situation than I do. Let me know. Educate me. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. We are out.